Hello everyone, this is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I bring you a video tonight titled, The Fantasy Man, Low Energy Chatter from Low Quality Women. All of my videos in the dating space, they're brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to help me to get pushed up the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. Happy 2025, everybody. I'm picking it right up where I left off in my last video in 2024. Not in theme, but just in quality. I got a banger for you tonight. The Fantasy Man. Low energy chatter from low quality women. The premise of tonight's video is she can't experience you in the fullness of her desire, so she'll defame your name. She'll attempt to defame your name. She can't experience you in the fullness of her desire for you, so she'll attempt to defame your name. That's the fantasy man. But let me just begin by talking about the fantasy man. I often talk about the sexually attractive man and the man that's clicking on all cylinders who has discernible attractive qualities. His looks, his appearance, his profession, his energy, the fact that he doesn't have baggage in his life, the clarity that he has. He's clicking on all cylinders. And this is the man that every woman wants. He's the fantasy man. And when you're really clicking on all cylinders like that, you're going to come across a wide spectrum of women who want you, but many of these women have not developed their qualities that they can experience you the way that they would like to. And so that's what I'm going to be focusing on tonight. And as I was, putting together my thoughts for this video, I was thinking about, I'm in the DMV, I'm in the DC area, and after the last game, when the Commanders clinched the playoffs, one of the players proposed to his girlfriend right after the game, pulled her out the stands and proposed to her. And right on cue, some girl came out of nowhere trying to post some screenshots about, oh, he just proposed to her, but he was trying to fly me out and all this other stuff. She was trying to defame his name because she didn't have the qualities that the woman that he chose possessed. And that's what I really want to get across to you tonight, is that she'll try to defame your name because she doesn't have the level of access that matches with her desire to you. And the thing about a sexually desirable man, the thing about the fantasy man that I just described, you have options. Women hate that shit, but you have options. Like, reference my video, she's watching your blind spots and assessing your value. So women know a man who's desired, and they hate that shit because they want to have control over you. The cornerstone of many women is to control, manipulate, extort, and disrespect you. And they think that they're better than you. So this is their play. And if they can't run their play on you, and especially if you're a desirable, sexually attractive fantasy man, they hate you. And see, there's a darker side to becoming a sexually attractive man, and that's what I have to speak about. You're going to find some women, you're going to encounter some women, and they're going to literally fucking hate you. And they're going to try to tell lies, they're going to try to manipulate, and they're going to try to change people's perception of you, try to change women's perception of you, because they know that they cannot experience you in the fullness of their desire for you. You have many women out here who are frustrated. You have a sisterhood, a collection of women, and I'm not going to say any race, but you can pick up on it, who 72% are never going to be married. And as they get older, they get more frustrated. And when they come across the fantasy man who has options, who doesn't have to put up with her BS, and whose only intersection with her is sex, because he doesn't want to pair himself with her, she's in a state of frustration, and she enters a state of rage and hate. And she hates you. There's no other way to describe it. If a woman only has sexual access to you and she wants to experience you in a more full, desirable state, she's going to hate you. And as women age out, as they get older, and I'm going to be real, I'm going to state some very concrete things tonight. I look at any woman over the age of 28 as older. Over the age of 27, that's an older woman. When you're talking about biology and reproductive ability and things like that, these women are getting older, and their frustration stems from the offerings from men change as they get older. So they were getting quality offerings from quality men because they had the superpowers that quality men desired. They had youth and beauty, and those men were hoping that these were quality women that they could pair themselves with. But as they get older, a lot of times, especially if they're extremely attractive, plenty of men have tossed them back. Plenty of quality men wanted to be with them, but experienced them in a way that they didn't feel safe with them, that they can preserve their quality of life, because a woman didn't have the qualities to match the quality of the man that she was in the space of. These are the women who get older, and they get frustrated, and they get vindictive, and they get hateful. And so they're going to try to bring your name down. They're going to try to bring your name down. And that's what I really want to get across. If you're the sexy, attractive man, it's not a rite of passage until low quality women begin to try to express low quality chatter about you. If women aren't talking shit about you, if women aren't lying on you, if women aren't trying to manipulate other people to think falsehoods about you, you're not a sexy, attractive man. Once you really cross that threshold and you're clicking on all cylinders, then it's natural that there are a segment of women who don't have access to you in the way that they want, that are going to try to bring your name down. And the lies get vicious. The sisterhood is vicious, man. You all need to accept it. The sisterhood is vicious. They can say anything about you, and there's no recompense, there's no penalty, nothing. So they're going to take the opportunity to try to keep other quality women away from you. Those younger women that they once were when they would get quality offers, but they're getting older. And so they want to keep your type away from you. So they're going to intentionally try to bring your name down. They're going to spread lies. They're going to tell other women, oh, he's not looking for a relationship. He's a womanizer. They're going to say all kinds of things. Even though these women who are spreading these lies had strong sexual attraction for you, and they may have even offered themselves to you, but they became frustrated when they couldn't experience you in the capacity that matched with their desire for you. See, the good thing about the sexually attractive man is that he doesn't have to lie to women. Only low quality men sell women dreams. A quality man is in such high demand that he can talk to a woman in an honest and straight line. And he can straight up tell her, this is what I'm here for. Do you want the same thing? And a lot of times that proclamation is based on it's like an intersection that you have with every woman that you meet. And this goes to the options that the fantasy man, that the sexy attractive man has. You have the option that you can meet a woman and you can immediately decide where you want to intersect with her, meaning what type of experience that you want to have with her. So you might meet a woman and she might have a little bit of baggage, she might be attractive, but you have access to younger women who don't have that baggage. And those women find you sexually attractive because they offer themselves to you without you having to spend money. That's how you know your dating pool. So a sexy attractive man is going to have an array of women who are checking for him. And he's going to deal with different women based on his level of desire for her. He's not going to lie. He's simply going to introduce the intersection that he wants to have with the woman. And a lot of these women, as they're getting older, they hate the intersection that they have with sexually attractive fantasy men. They hate it. Because they were getting quality offerings at one point in time in their life, and everything transitioned as they were getting older, and they weren't willing to change, and they were giving men unfavorable experiences, and they're getting unfavorable results. And so they hate you as the man that other women are checking for that are in a better position than they are, and they immediately try to bring your name down. That's a rite of passage. If you're the sexy, attractive fantasy man, the desirable man, it's not real until low quality women introduce low energy chatter about your name. If women aren't trying to bring your name down, you are not the sexy attractive man. You're not the fantasy man. And I'm not trying to make a man feel a certain way. Take this message and build yourself up to be that man. Improve yourself in every way, and don't ever let the improvement stop. And you will evolve into the absolute best version of the man that you can possibly be. After you play the hand that you're dealt, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your, everything that you have going in your favor, you accept your hand and you maximize your hand. And eventually you're going to get to a point that you're an extremely desirable man, and then you're going to experience these things. So I'm not saying it's just segmented for certain men. It's segmented for certain men who work on themselves. So this is not an unattainable status, but this is what comes with it. Women are going to try to bring your name down. And I can remember something that happened to me recently. And I was on a dating app, and I was corresponding with this girl. She's probably maybe 10 years younger than me. And she had a couple of kids, and I think she might have been divorced or something like that. The typical bullshit that come with them, And I was thinking, maybe we can have a good time. Because that was the intersection. That was the intersection. And as we're talking, she's getting to know more about me. And I told her the exact play. I was like, we'll meet at such and such. No money spent, nothing. We're going to meet at such and such. We'll sit down. And then, if the energy is there, then we'll take it to the next level on the physical level. Because I'm not here to waste my time with women who I don't have an intersection with, that I don't actually want to be with, meaning that I'm going to be honest with them. And the woman, she act like she was with it, and then she began to say, oh, but I'm going to be here at such and such day, why don't you drive out there and come and see me and all this stuff. And I was like, no, shorty, I told you to play. This is our intersection. You made choices in life. You made choices in life that make you undesirable to desirable fantasy men. And I was honest. I said, and I didn't say it that way. You can speak in code, like women can pick up on it. You don't have to, be blatantly that honest. But, you're honest in terms of your proclamation that you're making to the woman in terms of where she fits in your life. You're the fantasy man. You've worked on yourself. You're the optimal man that a spectrum, a wide spectrum of women want. So the woman didn't like it. She was trying to move me to her side and get me to do some things for her in order to get close to that poofy. And I'm like, no, I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, this is too much. Let's just call it. She says, oh, well, go get one of those women that's going to come straight to you and do this and do that. That was her frustration, and that was her disdain. But and she knew I had options. Childless, tall, attractive, good profession. I'm talking about discernible, attractive qualities. And as a man, you have to accept your discernible, attractive qualities that make you appealing to a myriad of women. And so she saw the qualities, but she knows she didn't qualify to have the full experience with me in terms of her desire for me. And she lashed out. Oh, well, go get another woman. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I got the fuck off the phone. But that's what happens. Low quality women, especially when they acquire baggage and they make bad decisions in their most desirable years, they are in a perpetual state of frustration. And they meet you, the quality, elevated, sexually desirable, sexually attractive fantasy man, and they want to experience you in a way that they can't. And they know you're telling them the truth. They know that they don't qualify for anything other than a physical experience with you. They know your options. Like a woman can look at your dating profile, right? As a quality, sexually attractive man, your actual dating profile tells your story in terms of the type of women you deal with. If they look at your pictures, you're in shape, and maybe you put your profession on there, and maybe you're childless, you can move around how you want to, and you're attractive, and goddamn it, nigga, don't be tall. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like everything they're asking for. So they know your story without you saying a word to them. And so if you match with her, she's trying to infiltrate your space in a way that's meaningful to her. And she's trying to do that because she doesn't have access to you. She wants you to tell soft lies to her. Reference my video of women wanting soft lies from sexually attractive men. She wants soft lies from you. She wants you to lie to her, act like you're going to be exclusive with her, even though she knows you're not, because she already knows your story if she looks at your profile or if she meets you in person and she learns about you. She knows your story. Your story is the level of access that you have to young, beautiful women with no fucking baggage. That's your story. And so she knows your story, and she's attempting to get in your space. She wants to get in your space and be able to manipulate you and get you to overextend yourself. She knows she's not going to be with you because she doesn't qualify for you. She knows that, but she wants soft lies from you so that she can go back to her sisterhood, her collection of single, miserable girlfriends, and tell them, look at this man I have. And not just look at him, look at the bullshit that he's doing for me. Look at the hoops I'm making him jump through. And so they know they can't pair yourself with them. They're more interested in improving their standing in the hierarchy of her sisterhood. If she can go back to her sisterhood and say, this man, look at this attractive man that has all this going for him. He took me on a date. He did this. Oh, he said he wants to be with me. They all know it's bullshit. The sisterhood is the lowest quality of women that walk the earth. So they're in competition with each other to see who can get the highest quality man that has to jump through the most hoops. The most attractive man, the fantasy man. Who has the man that's closest to the fantasy man that I made jump through the most hoops? That's how they compete with each other. And the woman that's at the highest point of the sisterhood hierarchy amongst her miserable, single, aging friends is the one that has the most attractive man that the woman made jump through the most hoops. So they're fighting and they're posturing for position amongst their other low-quality friends. And that's why they hate you. When you talk to them in a straight line and you don't lie to them, you would think that being honest with them, that they would appreciate it. And let me say one thing. Some women, when you tell them the truth of what you're looking for, and you say, hey, I just want things to be respectful, enjoyable, but there has to be like a physical element to it, they know what that means. Some women, they might not want to experience that with you, but they'll say thank you for being honest, because quality women don't want to be lied to by men. Low quality women know what they qualify for. They know your backdrop, they know your story, but they're more interested in you telling them a lie that they can leverage amongst their single, miserable, undesirable, low quality, low frequency friends. That's what they're more interested in. So in walks the fantasy man who's talking in straight lines, and she can't have the experience with you that matches her desire for you. What does she do? She runs straight to, and y'all, this is where y'all have to donate. I want y'all to hit my PayPal and my Cash App for what I'm about to tell you. She runs to Are We Dating the Same Man? The Facebook group. I know the one in the DMV, the DC area, has 60,000 women. So they're taking your pictures and they're putting them in the group, and they're waiting for other women to give commentary. And they're not just putting your picture there, they're telling lies about you because they can't have access to you that matches their desire for you because they've aged out. Because, you know, even if a woman is getting older, she still has a chance if she's improving her qualities, because quality men go for quality women who give them a quality experience. But no, she already's at a deficit because she's aging out and she's getting older, and she's not improving herself. So she's in a perpetual state of frustration. And so when she comes across the man that she wishes she qualified for, but she doesn't, she runs straight to the fucking group. Are we dating the same man? And it's in every major city. Men, you all need to be aware of this group. But it's not a bad thing. If you're in this group, it's a rite of passage that shows you you're an extremely high quality man that low quality women want, but they can't pair themselves with. Low quality women resort to manipulation. High quality women, they reward honesty, and they accept their place in the food chain. And if they want more, they improve themselves. But the majority of these sisterhood women, evidenced in their marriage rate, these are low quality women. They engage in low energy behavior and make low quality proclamations and manipulative lies about you. So you go right to that group, are we dating the same man? And you can't get in it as a man, but you can run some backdoor plays. Maybe you have a female friend who can screenshot some shit or something like that for you. If you're not in that group, you're not a quality man. I'm gonna be real with you. Because the low quality woman's frustration pushes her to the group to tell lies on your name, and they compare low quality notes, and their hope is that they're going to throw quality women off of your scent. They're hoping that they're going to throw younger, more attractive, more pleasant, more tolerable women. They're hoping that their lies and their false proclamations about you are going to throw quality women off of your scent because they are invisible to you. They only have one place in your life, and that's something physical. Because you can't pair yourself with a low quality woman who has the residue of low quality men, baggage from low quality men. She knows where she stands in the food chain, and she fucking hates you because she doesn't have access to you. But like I said, count it all joy. Like the Bible says, count it all joy when you find yourself or you fall into diverse temptations, meaning that this atmosphere is supposed to bring you joy. Don't be discouraged when you find out that your name is being tarnished by low quality women who have aged out. Count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. And you count it all joy because this is your rite of passage. If low quality women aren't talking shit about you and trying to bring your name down because they don't have access to you in accordance with how they desire you, you're not a highly desirable fantasy man. This is for the fantasy man, and you can become that. This message was for the fantasy man. But don't ever think that you're going to miss out on women. The low quality woman, her mode of communication is lies, misdirection, and manipulation. That's going to come. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, that young brother, that millionaire brother who's headed to the playoffs with the Commanders, publicly proposed, and then what did the low quality chick do? Try to send some screenshots, try to throw that woman off his scent. But guess what? That woman was happy. She cried. She took the ring, and the same thing is going to happen for you. See, this is the good thing about quality women. And they may even go to the group, after they meet you or match with you and things like that. But a quality woman understands the nature of the sisterhood. A quality woman operates outside of the sisterhood, the collection of miserable women who are aging out, who are low quality women. That's the sisterhood right there. But a quality woman operates outside of that. So a low quality woman can try to bring lies, misdirection, and manipulation concerning you to the quality woman that you fancy, the one that you desire. And that quality woman understands the nature of the sisterhood, and so she's going to look at you in layers. The first layer is not the lies that the low quality woman brought to her concerning you. The first layer is how has she experienced you. So she's going to roll the tape. The low quality woman wants her to just cut it off, but the quality woman, after she's presented lies about you, is going to roll the tape. And when she rolls the tape, is how have I experienced this man? And if her experience is opposite of the lies that the low quality women are making about you, then she's going to continue to explore you further. And so you don't have to worry about these low quality women lying about you, making these low quality proclamations in groups like, are we dating the same guy, whatever city you live in. Go right to Facebook, it's on there. A bunch of low quality Asian women who can't get the men that they want, just telling lies. She's not going to believe, the quality woman isn't going to believe the bullshit. The quality woman has separated herself from the sisterhood. So she sees right through these women. She's ashamed that she shares the same skin as these women because of how they collectively operate. The marriage rates, especially amongst our community, they are exact. They are exact. It's not a power structure. I want to say the word. It's not a WS power structure. No, it's because you think you're better than the men. and you treat your men who are most likely to marry you, you treat them like shit, and think that they're still supposed to choose you. That's why the marriage rate is the way that it is in our community. But there are quality women who get quality men. So I don't want you to be discouraged as a man, especially as a black man, that you can't find a quality woman. You just keep the low quality away from you so that you're apparent and you're radiating to the quality woman. You can't have the residue of interacting with these low quality women. Once they show that they're low quality, just get them out your space, and you're always recognizable to the quality woman. So even though these low quality women of the sisterhood cannot experience you the way that they would like to, and they're throwing dirt on your name, the quality woman is not going to be discouraged and dissuaded away from exploring you further. Everything is exact. And so if a woman can go into one of those groups and your picture's posted and she can get discouraged, it's because she's a low quality woman as well. She can't see through the bullshit of the sisterhood and understand that, okay, they're saying this about this man, and they're posting this picture, and they're writing, oh, he did this, and they're like telling all the lies and the exaggeration. But she'll look at that and just be like, these are low quality women. Especially if she's younger, she's gonna be like, these women are getting older. They're frustrated. Like, quality women see through the manipulative tactics of low quality women. Quality women see through the manipulative tactics of low quality women. So look at it as a rite of passage when you fall into diverse temptation. Count it all joy. That's what the Bible says. So don't be discouraged that women are trying to bring your name down. Understand, it's a rite of passage that they're trying to bring your name down because they don't have access to you that aligns with their desire for you. It's really that simple. There are going to be some women who try to bring your name down. It's just the way the game is played, and that's just how it is. As you elevate, you're a target. This is what comes along with being the sexually desirable fantasy man. There's always two sides to everything. Nothing is ever 100% sweet. But you have to acknowledge that this is an acknowledgement of your ascension, of your growth, and your elevation into the fantasy man, that sexually attractive man that's clicking on all cylinders. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach, bringing you a video tonight, just talking about the fantasy man, low energy chatter from low quality women. If it's coming your way, I hope you know where it's coming from. And I hope you know that where you are in society, and I hope you know that where you're going. To much is given, much is required. To much is given, much is required. Don't be discouraged. Understand that this is a rite of passage. Tonight's video has been brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available on my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me up the algorithm. As you already know, everyone who interacts with me in the comments, I interact with you back. And we have a great community, and 2025 is going to be amazing for us all. If you have a custom video that you would like me to make, if you've been looking through my recent videos, I have been making custom videos for people who have been making donations. So if you have a particular topic that you want me to speak on, make a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal or my Cash App that's in my video description. Leave the title of the video that you would like me to talk about, or if it's more in depth, your description of what you want me to talk about. Make your donation to my PayPal or Cash App and email me at matt@matthewchorne.com with your more in-depth description of what you want me to talk about. And in 24 hours or less, I'll put your video right on my page. That's how it works. Everything's fast over here because I'm gifted. I have your solutions. I have your answers. And if this video has been of value to you, and you notice your thought process have been elevated, and you're better for having encountered my message, drop something substantial in my PayPal and my Cash App and my donation information that's in my video description. Continue to help me to grow as I continue to help you to elevate and grow. Definitely donate. You know I'm spitting that real. Ain't nobody spitting it like this. And if you're in need of coaching, don't forget to email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space. I will read your email and do an assessment and get back to you immediately with the terms of the coaching, and the coaching will begin immediately. I've enjoyed everyone who's been hitting me up for coaching. Thank you all so much, and I'm thankful to see your breakthroughs. And I know that I'm the catalyst to help you to get the outcomes that you want in the dating space. That's pretty much it. This is your boy, 2025, Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. I've enjoyed spending some time with you tonight, and just understanding everything that comes with elevating and becoming the sexually desirable fantasy man. It's a rite of passage when they're trying to bring your name down. So much is given, much is required. Count it all joy when you find yourself in diverse temptations. That's the name of this game. Continue to elevate, continue to make the sisterhood angry, and continue to keep yourself recognizable to the quality woman who's going to see through all of the bullshit of the sisterhood. I'll see you soon.